Yo, family, the market started off on the downside and then turned on the jets towards the end of the week. Where are we going to go? Let's check it out. Stocks and Hip Hop. Thank you for stopping back to the channel. If this is your first time here, in this video, what I do every single week is we cover the market. We look at the 4 indexes. We look at the S&P. We look at the Russell 2000. We look at the Dow Jones, and we look at the Nasdaq. And each week what we do is we look at the chart to identify clues to what can happen next. And then on top of that, what we do here every week is we talk about hip hop. And this week's hip hop lyric comes from my man Future. Future off of the Purple Rain album, off the self-titled track, Purple Rain. He spit the line. Got real estate downtown investing all over. I heard you trying to talk down like I ain't focused. Come on, man. This is Stocks and Hip Hop. This is what we do every time. We identify the gems and we share it with you, and then we talk. All right, let's get into the market. S&P closed at $4,169.48. Talk about a tug of war. This has been going on and on and on for weeks, and this week was no different. We opened up the week to the downside, as you can see by this long tail here, and then we ended up closing towards the high side of things. We had a wild week, right? We're still in this range, and every time we're in this range, at the top end of this range, we have started to reverse. So where can we go from here? So check it. That signal right there gives a sign that the bulls did not give up that very easy. So now that we're at the top of this range, we still have our price targets. And family, you know what they are by now. Price target for the upside right now is 4,200. All right, so that 4,200 mark is where we're still needing to show that we have the strength to actually get above. And if we do, then we have a chance to likely retest the highs. I'm still skeptical on what's going on, but we'll see. We'll let the price lead us in a direction that we know it can go. So upside target 4,200, downside target. The downside target is if we come back down towards these lows and we retest around that 4,000 area. So we want to keep a close eye on what's going on with this market, because it keeps giving us signals that it wants to do something. And this back and forth action will eventually break out to one way or the other, the upside or downside. All right, that's the S&P, and let's go ahead and check out what we got going on with IWM. All right, IWM closed at $175.20. We take a closer look at what's going on. Let's see, the Russell is giving us the opposite. All right, the Russell is giving us the opposite signals of what we saw with the S&P. S&P closed towards its highs and showed that bulls came back in. However, the Russell is continuing to show weakness here. We've been in this range for quite some time now, and every time we've reached towards the higher end of this, we've also reversed. So where can we go from here? All right, price targets. Price targets right now that we're seeing is we still want to get above that 180 area. That 180 area is ultimately where we need to close above in order to show the strength of the bulls. We also have a intermediate price target of around that 177 area, because we've tested there a few times the past 2 weeks and we failed. And every time we failed, we ended up moving lower. And this week was no different. So that is the upside target of between that 177 and 180 areas where we want to try to clear before we can get confidence that it's likely going to go up. Downside target. Downside target is if this does continue to falter and end up coming back down to retest around that 170 area. We did not close below 173, but we showed that we actually can get to that 170 area. So we want to keep an eye out for this one too, because this is showing weakness, and the Russell is usually the canary in the cave where it gives you a clear decision on where the market is likely going to go. That's IWM. Let's go ahead and check out what we got going on with the Dow. Yo, Dow closed at $34,098.16, and we continue to play ball in this very same range that we played in for pretty much all entire year. Now we closed that 34,000 area, and this is where our price target was for last week. We want to see now, do they have what it takes? So where can we go from here? Upside target is still that 34,500 area. We want to see if we can get above that and clear that. If we can clear that, then we have greener skies. Downside target, we've seen the weakness that is in the market. It got picked up, but we can actually retest around there. We want to see if the market is going to come back down to around that 33,200-ish area. If we come back down to that area, chances are the reversal is on and we're likely going to hit lower. That is the Dow. And lastly, let's take a peek at what's going on with the techs. The techs, were they busting? $13,245.99. So this is an interesting one because the Nasdaq showed some strength as well, where it flashed lower and then closed towards the higher end. And we also see that it finally has closed this gap that we have had since last August of last year. So where can we go from here? This right here is showing that it can be a flag signal, and this can actually continue to go higher. Right now we have a price target of around 13,500 for the upside target for the Nasdaq, if it can continue to stay hot. However, if it does move lower, downside target is if this comes back down to retest around that 12,800 area. If it can get back down there and retest, chances are it will start to move lower. And we also show that our moving averages are starting to group together. This could be a momentum shift, so we're going to keep a close eye on the Nasdaq because it has the higher likelihood of being bullish than the rest of the market. So let's wrap up what we got going on here. S&P is showing some signals of being strong. We closed near its highs, and we could continue to move higher. 4,200 is the price target. We have the Russell, which is the opposite of what is going on with the other indexes, where it is showing weakness. We're showing the bulls are not showing risk by investing in small cap companies. So we're going to take a look at that to see next week how that develops. Then we have the Dow, which is also showing some signs of strength, where it moved lower and then came higher, well, went higher. And then the Nasdaq, which is the strongest of the four still, where it is showing signals that it could actually go much higher. But we have a target right now that we need to set for 13,500. So check this out. I'm glad that you're still here because now I have something that I want to share with you on how I use the market. Very simply put, when interest rates are high, the market moves lower. Interest rates are high, markets move lower. Why is that? I want you to logically think about this with me. You, the investor, you put your money in the market to get a return. Okay? Now that you're getting that return, interest rates are starting to impact the market because you can get a return somewhere else and you do not have to take the same amount of risk. If you can park your money somewhere else for it to make a very simple return, then you will likely do so because the market will give you an average of 8 to 12% return on a year, right? Okay, cool. But you're subject to risk because at any point in time, you can have a negative return in the market. However, if you put your money into a savings account, a money market account, or whatever account there is, that you can find a strong interest rate and you do not have to have the same risk where your money will guaranteed grow for a specific amount of percentage, chances are you're going to take that. This is simple. Understand that, and I guarantee you will master the market faster. All right, so let's talk about hip hop. What are you listening to? Put that in the comments. Make sure you let me know. I would enjoy taking a listen to whatever you have in your ear right now. All right, and then lastly, health is wealth. I enjoy doing this, but I really want to hammer home the fact You have to take care of yourself. All right. Health is wealth. This is the biggest thing that you will ever have to do in your life. Take care of yourself. There's so many different things attacking you right now. Take care of yourself. Drink your water. Where's mine at? Right here. All right. We drinking water. Get your exercise. Make sure you take care of yourself. Get that exercise and spend time with people that you love. All right. Enjoy yourself this weekend, and I will catch you the next one. Peace.